Hello, third graders. We are going to be starting an end of the year project for science. We have finished all of our material. We have learned so very much this year. We've really covered a whole lot. We started the year with weather and climate. We talked about natural disasters. We went and we talked about animals and their adaptations, living in groups, life cycles. We went and learned about fossils and survival of the fittest. We've also learned about magnets and objects in motion. So to review everything that we've learned this year, we're going to start a really awesome project. And it's going to be sort of a research project. It's going to be an animal-focused research project. So let's jump in and talk about what you are going to be able to do for this project. So you are going to either get a paper copy or you will download your research booklet to Notability. It depends on what your teacher is doing, or if you're virtual. If you're virtual, you'll probably download yours. Otherwise, you could print it and submit photos to your teacher as well. The first thing you're going to do for this assignment is you're going to need to pick an animal to research. Now, you're going to pick one, and that needs to be your animal throughout the entire rest of the school year. All of this project needs to be about one animal. And when you pick that animal, you need to make it very focused. Instead of picking something broad like sharks, I'm going to pick something more specific. So if I go to Epic, you're going to need to find a book about that animal on Epic. So if there's not one on the animal, you'll need to find something else. If I type in shark, I will have a bunch of choices come up of books, and I'm going to have to spend some time browsing to see what I'm interested in. So you'll see that there are many, many, many different types of books on sharks. Now, some of these books might not be as helpful as others. For instance, this one right here, Sharks, this is talking about a bunch of different types of sharks. It's not very specific. There are lots of pictures and lots of words, which is helpful, but like this is talking about the whale shark. It just talked about the hammerhead shark. So this book isn't specific enough. Now, I might use something like, okay, if I'm interested in the bull shark, I might find a book about the bull shark. So this is a really good book because it's all about one type of shark. And I see that there are many pages with a lot of information that I can read. If I'm noticing that this book is way too hard or way too easy, I might want to find a different book because we don't want to make ourselves, we don't want to make this too challenging if you can't read the book. You need to be able to read it by yourself. Now I'm looking, if I click this one, that's way too broad and probably way too easy. This book is not enough information for us. We're going to need a decent amount of information. So this first day you're picking your animal. It doesn't have to be sharks. It could be a bunch of different choices, but there needs to be a book about it on Epic and it needs to be specific. Once you have done that, your job is going to be on day one just to complete the cover. This is your cover. So you'll write the name of your animal up here. So if you picked bull shark, you'd write or type the name of the bull shark. And then it says illustration or picture of animal. So depending on what your teacher says, or if you're working online, you will either draw a picture or you will insert a picture from Google. And then research by, and this is where you are going to put your name because you are the researcher. Now, over the next couple of weeks, you're going to have many different things that you're going to need to explore. You're going to work on finding 10 fun facts about your animal. You're going to be working on trying to identify and share the life cycle of the animal. You're going to be looking for traits for that animal and adaptations. You're going to look at the behaviors of your animal and the adaptations. You're going to be paying attention to whether it lives in a group and some of those group behaviors. You're going to look and research about the habitat of your animal. Then you're going to focus on one of those places where your animal is found, and you're going to research the weather and climate in that one place. You're going to research whether there are any natural hazards in that place. You're going to pay attention to, whether what your animal eats and the food chain that your animal is part of. You're also going to pay attention to the conservation status. That means like whether your animal is endangered or extinct. And you're last going to make a connection to objects in motion. You're going to need to see, how does your animal relate to words like force or speed or strength? and make a connection there. So it really covers everything we've done so far in science, but all wrapped together in a research project. So I hope you have an amazing time working on this. Remember, I know this is a lot of fun, but each day I'll have you do a couple, either 1 or 2 pages, and I will let you know which pages that you need to do. So make sure that you're following along and you're doing the right pages at the right time, and at the very end of the year, you should have everything all completed. Today, you are just going to be working on choosing your animal and working on your cover. Tomorrow, you're going to be working on reading that book that you found that would help your or that's all about your animal, and you're going to be working on your 10 fun facts. So have fun, pick a great animal. I can't wait to read your research. Have a good day.